Good Tuesday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 newsroom. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but the big story today is it finally broke after 2 weeks with no rain. We finally got some measurable rain across the region today. In fact, SeaTac did very well. In fact, let's start our story right there. In fact, here's a look at SeaTac. This is on Tuesday night. Look at that traffic. If you do have some travel plans, of course, it goes without saying, give yourself plenty of time. Yeah, we're seeing cars just stacked up there on both arrivals and departures, and it looks like it's going to stay busy overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. The big story out at SeaTac today, 1.2 inches of rain. Just to put that into perspective, so far this month we had 1.67, or like 1 2/3 inches of rain, and so yeah, to get 1.2 in a 24-hour period was fantastic. High temperature was 49 today, overnight low was 44. Happy to report we were nowhere near the freezing mark, and that sunset taking place at 4:26. As we take a look across the region, it basically looks like the central portion of our viewing area was really the wettest. Up towards the coast there, we got 1.3 inches in Quileute. Shelton did really well, 1 1/4. Bremerton right on the money at 1 inch. 3/4 of an inch in Olympia, and then some of that translated to some snow and kind of a rain-snow mix up into the passes. So winter weather advisory in place until 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Most of the precipitation has already moved through, but the problem now is that it's just kind of a mess. It's a rain-snow mix. It's quite windy up there as well. So if you can avoid traveling in that direction on Tuesday night and can wait until, say, Wednesday afternoon, it will be considerably better. So taking a look at a loop in the big picture here, most of that precipitation just ripped through here. That cold front had a lot of momentum behind it, so it dropped the moisture and then just kept right on going, and then some of that continues to glom across the Cascades there. A little bit of convergence over top of Snohomish counties, keeping things firing up towards Stevens Pass, where we did have a flood warning in effect near the burn scars there earlier, but that was allowed to expire once that heavy rain tapered off. This is a loop that's on Tuesday evening from about 8:30 until 9:30, so you are still seeing kind of a rain-snow mix up towards Snoqualmie, but as I mentioned earlier, it looks like for the most part we've already gotten through the worst of it. As we put Futurecast into motion here, we will continue to see some snow showers and some rain showers up high, but by 7 o'clock on Wednesday morning, most of that has tapered off. We'll see some low-level clouds and probably a lot of fog out there as well. There'll be a lot of condensation, but as far as the rain itself goes, maybe just some spotty showers down towards the southwest interior. Check out that clearing. Yeah, that starts on Wednesday afternoon. It'll last all the way through the day on Thursday. So this is Thanksgiving Day at 4:30, right around the sunset. And for the most part, we'll see some bright clear skies throughout the entire day, and then that cloud cover starts to fill in right around dark. Take a look at this. Next storm system moves in, and it favors the north to start with. So this is 5 a.m. on Friday. We'll start to see some rain moving in across Skagit and Whatcom counties and down towards Snohomish as well. It looks like Stevens Pass will start to see some rain there, and we'll see some bands of rain along the coast, but they don't look like they'll be as heavy or as intense as they were on Tuesday. By about 10:30 though, take a look at this. Snoqualmie Pass will be a nightmare. You do not want to be traveling on Snoqualmie or Stevens or even White Pass on Friday morning. This is going to be a lot of heavy snow out there. Looks like it will move fairly quickly though. By the time we get to about 2 p.m. that starts to clear. Again, that frontal boundary will make its way off towards the south and east fairly quickly. So roads will probably still be in pretty rough shape then, but the later it gets, the better it'll become. So if you do want to travel either eastbound or westbound, it looks like Friday evening is going to be your best window to do that if you don't make it on Thursday. Forecasted wind gusts, well, it's breezy out there on this Tuesday evening, but by the time we get to Wednesday morning, I'm expecting that to calm down considerably as the front moves away. Overnight lows tonight, well, for the most part, will be mild. 43 in Seattle, we'll take that. 40 in Everett, 34 in Bellingham. Most of us staying above the freezing mark, but down towards Olympia and Chehalis will be right at the freezing mark. And then, of course, off towards the east, Omak, Wenatchee, and Ellensburg will be in the upper 20s and lower 30s. High temperatures on Wednesday will be delightful. In fact, slightly above average. Lots of 53s from Seattle through Renton down towards Tacoma, Olympia, and Chehalis. 55 out towards Hoquiam, and yet another 53 out towards Forks. 7-day forecast shows some tranquility and a break if you're going to be traveling over the mountains and through the woods to grandmother's house. Looks like you'll get up to about 53 in Seattle. We'll see some sunshine both Wednesday and Thursday. That next storm system rips through on Friday, and we are tracking continued rain and mountain snow and dropping snow levels. It looks like we could be tracking a light rain-snow mix down at sea level by the time we get to Tuesday. We'll keep you posted on that. But again, the big story is, first of all, that dry spell has ended. Second of all, it looks like it's going to be good travel for Thanksgiving, but do be aware on Friday morning we've got another system that'll be ripping through the region before more rain and snow this weekend. That does it from the King 5 newsroom. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett. If we don't see you before then, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving and keep looking up.